Welcome, and we would be remiss if we didn't take an opportunity to thank the most important people here at our ceremony, our nation's veterans. If possible, if you could rise and be recognized for your service to our country, and a hearty thank you for that service. I would also be remiss if I did not thank our school and district administration, Dr. Shash, Ms. Quain, our IT department, our custodial staff, and our music department for being able, allowing us to put on this kind of event every year to show our support and our recognition to our nation's veterans. I'd like to turn things over now to our principal, Ms. Quain, to just give a brief introduction.
Welcome, everybody. My goal is to one day be able to sing like them, but that's not going to happen in my lifetime. And thank you so much. That was beautiful, beautiful. This wonderful tradition of welcoming everybody to Mamaroneck High School in honor of our veterans has been going on for quite some number of years. Mary, how many are we at?
15.
We're definitely over 12, we think. And we take great pride, and I love the fact that students were walking by. We do advertise this, we've got games going on, we've got a lot of things happening, but a couple of students said, well, what's going on? And then they stopped, they paused, and that's the purpose of doing it here at Mamaroneck High School. Of course, we have the Kemper Memorial here, which has deep, deep significance to all of us in the community and at the high school. But ultimately reminding our students about what this day is about tomorrow. It's not a day to do homework, although there will be a lot of homework done. It's not a day to go shopping or play football. It's really a day to remember and thank our veterans. So we are thrilled that we can continue to do this year in and year out. And we thank all the veterans who are here and in our community for the service that you have done for all of us. And thank you to Pete for putting this on for now the third year. And welcome to Mamaroneck High School.
It's a tradition at this ceremony to have somebody from our community do a reading or a brief speech. And this year we selected a new member of our social studies department here, Mr. Albert Paez. If you can come up, he's going to do a brief reading entitled "The Things That Make a Soldier Great" by Edgar Guest.
The things that make a soldier great and send him out to die, to face the flaming cannon's mouth, nor ever question why, are lilacs by a little porch, the row of tulips red, the peonies and the pansies too, the old petunia bed, the grass plot where his children play, the roses on the wall. 'Tis these that make a soldier great, he's fighting for them all. 'Tis not the pomp and pride of kings that make a soldier brave, 'tis not allegiance to the flag that over him may wave. For soldiers never fight so well on land or on the foam as when behind the cause they see the little place called home. In danger but that humble street whereon his children run, you make a soldier of the man who never bore a gun. What is it through the battle smoke the valiant soldier sees? The little garden far away, the budding apple trees. The little patch of ground back there, the children at their play. Perhaps a tiny mound behind the simple church of gray. The golden thread of courage isn't linked to castle dome, but to the spot, wherever it be, the humble spot called home. And now the lilacs bud again, and all is lovely there, and homesick soldiers far away, no spring is in the air. The tulips come to bloom again, the grass once more is green, and every man can see the spot where all his joys have been. He sees his children smile at him, he hears the bugle call, and only death can stop him now. He's fighting for them all. Thank you.
It's a short program. So without any further ado, I'll bring up our final speaker here, and that's Mary Cronin, a longtime veteran here at Mamaroneck High School, and a key member of the Kemper Memorial Park Preservation Fund, which does a lot of work in our community to kind of build up and honor that memorial to our community's World War II veterans, and really all veterans, those who have served our country. So I'm going to invite Mary up to give a little history about the origins of some of our efforts here at MHS.
Thank you, Pete, for asking me to say a few words. I'm standing here in front of showcases that I had the privilege to work on. Through a series of serendipitous events, copies of David Porterfield's medals were sent to David's friend Sal Tickley. Unsure about how to best honor his friend, in the fall of 2011, Sal contacted our principal, Liz Klain, and Sal, Don Keene, and I began the process of creating these showcases. In the beginning, we only had David's medals and Sal's pictures of David. Soon we realized that we could not honor just David alone. We needed to honor all those from our community that gave the ultimate sacrifice in Vietnam. The showcase that we have today contains photographs of the 12 men from Mamaroneck and Larchmont that were killed in Vietnam from October 1965 to June of 1971. The showcases have grown from their inception, thanks to the work of Joe Liberty from the History Department and several of his AP government students. American poet laureate Billy Collins wrote a poem called The Names. That poem was written to honor those that died on 9/11. This powerful poem emphasizes that when we think of the deaths of large numbers of people, we tend to forget that they are really individuals, each unique and precious, each with a distinct name. Today, I honor the 12 men in this showcase by reading their names in the order in which they were killed. Now, it's ironic. Earlier this morning, I was looking at the list of the 12 names, and for those of you who are history students, you can really see the progression of the war in Vietnam by the time of the death and by the branch of the service that the soldier was in. So to honor those 12 names, I'll begin. Lance Corporal Harold Henry Schock, United States Marine Corps, 20th of October, 1965. Corporal Edgar Brower Burchell, USMC, 4th of June, 1966. Corporal Robert DiRoberto, United States Marine Corps, 15th of July, 1966. Hospital Man David Edward Porterfield, U.S. Navy, United States Marine Corps, 18th of July, 1966. Major Daniel James Keating, Jr., United States Marine Corps, 22nd of May, 1968. Lance Corporal Ernest James Hill, United States Marine Corps, July 1968. Staff Sergeant Richard Allen Western, United States Army, 20th of May, 1968. PFC Anthony Philip Agar, U.S. Army, 7th of May, 1969. PFC Vito Vitro, United States Army, 20th of February, 1969. Specialist John Battison, Jr., United States Army, 19th of June, 1969. Second Lieutenant Martin Jerome Keogh, United States Army, 2nd of March, 1970. And Airman Daniel Martin Brown, United States Air Force, 4th of June, 1971. I don't know how often, if ever, in their young lives, these men were thanked for their service. In gratitude for what they sacrificed, we thank them today. But the lesson they teach me is more than this. They teach me never to miss an opportunity to thank a veteran. Walk up, stick out my hand and say, thank you for your service. I know sometimes it throws people, but it certainly does warm their heart. Thank you all for coming to the ceremony today and to the veterans that are here. My hand is out. Thank you for your service. And for those people who are going to the Kemper reception, it's just around the corner. You should follow what should be the sound of beautiful voices, not mine.
Okay, so thank you very much for coming today. It is a short program, and I know I joked about that earlier, but what's not short is our gratitude to those who have served our country, especially those who made the ultimate sacrifice for the defense of our freedoms and our homeland. So your service, veterans of the U.S., are as much appreciated and honored here at MHS.